Hello, hello, hello. I have to have the light. And to see the light. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from the little town here in Utah. They called me in to consult on a fairly serious situation. This is a small town, but several people went to the hospital, and one of the firemen, the best, was blown up. Now, he's not dead, but, he's got burns all over him, and I don't know if his hand blew off or not, but let me tell you what happens here in Utah. There are some dry times in June, July, August, September. It can get pretty dry in the mountains. The rain has already come down, and all the snow is melted, and all the plants are going, oh, we're dry. And so the Utahns take firecrackers and throw them up into the mountains. I don't know where the common sense and human decency begin. When you have wildfires and prairie fires and little animals running like hell because the forest is on fire and the birds have nowhere to land, they're just circling over the fire, all the Mormons come out. Now, of course, they're wearing their garments, and they wrap the garments, kind of like the Arab people, around their head, kind of like a turbine or a turban. It doesn't matter because it spins no matter what when they're running. So anyway, that keeps them from burning up in the fire, and they all run with fire hoses and extinguishers. Now, in California, when you have wildfires up there, they have tankers, never land. They just go down on the lake, they pull up the water, or they go down into the ocean, pull it into their tanks, and right back over and dump it. Well, in Utah, they give all the Mormons thimbles. Get over there. The Lord has called you. Now, here's what the Bard has recommended on my consulting report. If you don't want wildfires and you don't want people blown up, for God's sakes, don't allow firecrackers to the public. Now, of course, you want some fireworks at the appropriate holidays, and the city and the county and the KKK, I don't know, should be able to get permits and keep the common people that don't know what the hell they're doing away from the fireworks. Now, my understanding, take a look at the link down below, is that this little town, I guess, took all the fireworks that they were going to use, and they put them in the firehouse. Now, at first thought, that would seem like a safe place to put fireworks. But if you have idiot firemen, it wasn't a safe place. The bastards lit one. Blew one of the guy's arms up in the air, I guess, and against the wall. And then they go, holy shit, we got to get out of here. And the whole damn building set off, I forget how many boxes of fireworks. It's like a cartoon. The kids were running away, and the firemen were... How do you put a fire out when the fire truck is on fire? Who's going to drive it? Not me. Not me. The Bard don't drive fire trucks that are on fire. Well, these guys didn't want to drive the trucks either, so now the truck is sitting inside the firehouse, burned down to the ground, I guess. Hopefully they'll get it up and running again, and hopefully the kids and several of the firemen that were seriously injured, my heart goes out to their families, but, when they go to the hospital, the first thing you got to do is take their head out of their ass before you treat them for blowing up a firework in a firehouse and setting all the other fireworks on fire. Now, this always kills me, because I'm an atheist. I've grown into atheism now, and I'm really comfortable with it. Jesus ain't done shit for me or anybody else that I've ever seen. People will say, oh man, We are so blessed. Only 3 firefighters blew up. Only 18 kids. It could have been worse. But Jesus stepped in, and Jesus protected the rest of the crowd. Now I'm saying, as an atheist, where the fuck was Jesus before it started? If I was Jesus, I would have come down to the firemen and said, hey, shit for brains, don't light that inside the building. But no, Jesus didn't do that. See, Jesus always fixes things after he gives no warning and no help, and basically it's a coincidence that the whole town didn't blow up. But then all the religious people go, oh, the Lord is with us. I go, God damn, I don't want to be in your group. I'll go without the Lord. I'll take the chances. So anyway, it's, to me, a funny story. Don't light firecrackers in cities and states and towns that are going to go off into the woods, that the common people. In Utah, if you're a 5-year-old, you can run with a sparkler and keep dipping it into the dead weeds. Where's the common? Oh, well, Jesus will protect him. Put his garments on him. He'll be up. The whole town will burn down. But anyway, I am always amazed at how much stupidity continues. It just continues with human evolution. Some people don't evolve. You know, here's a fireman that was growing up all of his life. He wanted to be a fireman to protect other people. He goes to the school and tells Smokey and the rest of the kids there. Smokey Bear does go to school, I can tell you. He's in the 5th grade, but he's 400 pounds, and he's 97 years old, but he's still in 5th grade. But anyway, he'll go into firemen and say, don't play with matches, and don't do this, and don't do that. He goes back to the office, blows his own hand off, lights himself on fire, burns the truck and the building to the ground. Do as I say. Don't do as I do. So, pay, lay, hail, oh God, hear the words of my mouth 3 times, the true order of prayer. And the second token, the name of the second token, the Melchizedek priesthood, the patriarchal grape, or sure side of the nail, is health and enable, marrow on the bones, strength in the loins and the sinews. Power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. And please, God, don't let my kids play with matches or grow up to be firemen. This bar is gone.